Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It is Saturday and today we are going to do a what sold video for the week of November 26th through today, which is December 2nd. Can you believe we're already in December? Because I cannot. But it is like 7 o'clock in the morning, so I don't have any sales from today just yet, but that's the week we're going to be covering today. And for those of you who are new to my what sold videos, I'll put a picture here on the screen right next to me of each item just so you guys can see them, because the majority of these items have not been shown in my bins hauls. So I'm going to start with what sold last Saturday, and then we're going to work our way all the way up till currently. I have a big fat 0 eBay sales for the week, so that's kind of unfortunate. So all of the sales I'm going to show you for this week are from Poshmark. I also had several sales that were under $15, and I just didn't know if that would be boring to hear such a low dollar sale. Like I had several sales that were $15, $12, and even $10 because I was running so many sales this week. I'm not going to put them in this video because I didn't know if anybody would want to hear about that, but if you would, in future videos, if you want to hear every single sale, even the low dollar sales, please just let me know in the comments below. I just didn't want to bore anybody. First, I sold this vintage Victoria's Secret robe. It was like velvet, it was a maxi length, and it had like cheetah print on it. It sold for $19 and I'll make $12. Then I sold this Brioni sweater. This brand has a very high retail value. I feel like this sweater didn't sell for too much money because it had several flaws. Like it had some holes, the tag was like barely hanging on by a thread. It sold for $32 and I'll make $22. Next, I sold this Feed Eleanor tote. It's like a mini little canvas tote. It sold for $17 and I'll make $10. Sold some men's free fly shorts. They're like athletic shorts. They sold for $15 and I'll make $9. This Citron top sold. It sold for $20 and I'll make $23. This was a fun sale. This Burton jacket. Actually, let me get it so I can show you. So this Burton jacket that's on the screen, I sold it for $86 and I'll make $51. It was new with tags and Jack found it at the bins. It had this Goodwill tag on it. So Goodwill was asking $80 at some chic boutique event that they did at Garden of the Gods for all the rich people, I guess, because Garden of the Gods is a very like touristy and expensive area. An enchanted weekend chic boutique. So I would really love to know like what exactly this was, because Goodwill has asked me in the past to do events for them sort of like this and be like an influencer, and what they wanted me to do was go to 3 different retail locations throughout Colorado. First of all, that were not close to my house. They wanted me to curate racks for them, and then they wanted me to be at these stores at certain days and times to show these racks to these people and try to sell these up-priced things that I picked and curated on this influencer rack. And guess what they wanted to give me in exchange? A goodie bag. And the goodie bag had a $30 Goodwill gift card in it. Needless to say, I said no thank you. Anyways, I sold that Burton jacket for $86 and I'll make $51 if I didn't say that. Next, I sold these Theory pants. I have these forever. Theory pants are always a hit or miss. They always sell like this for $14 and I'll make $8, or they sell for like nearly full price and you get like $60 for them. Black Theory pants are something I will always pick up. Always. I just will. People need black dress pants, and Theory is a brand that people seek out. Next, I sold this Free People chambray romper. It sold for $24 and I'll make $16. Then I sold this Fear of God crew neck. This is a Fear of God piece that was purchased at PacSun. So Fear of God also has like a very high-end label, like a designer label, but then they did a collab with PacSun. This was one of the PacSun collabs. They still sell really well because they look so similar to the original. The only way you can tell sometimes if it is a high-end label Fear of God piece or a PacSun collab is looking up the RN. So this one happened to be a PacSun piece. I sold it for $46 and I'll make $33. Then this Patagonia jacket sold. This was one from a haul that I did, and I think I told you guys that I watched another bin shopper give it to someone else, and then I watched that person throw it in the bin because it had staining on it. I sold it. I washed it. I got like the stains were like kind of right here, so kind of like in an odd area that you can't really see. I washed it, got most of the marks off, and it sold for $70, and I'll make $53. Then I sold this Carhartt jacket. It sold for $45, and I'll make $33. Then I sold some Viore shorts. They sold for $15, and I'll make $12. Polo Ralph Lauren knit sweater sold. It had the tags attached. It sold for $19, and I'll make $12. Well, that is a little low, like I said. A lot of these things were purchased by buyers accepting my offers. So I sent out, I think this week, 50% on my whole closet, which is a lot, and which is why I would say a lot of these items are on the lower end of the average sale price. Obviously, everybody wants to see a high average sale price, but I will take what I can get, especially when you're having to compete with every other company and brand out there that sells things on the internet. Like, I will take what I can get. Next, I sold these Volcom ski pants. They were Gore-Tex, and they sold for $110, and I'll make $88, which is a great sale. Then I sold a Patagonia vest. This was a better sweater vest, and it had a company logo like completely embroidered right here on the chest. I still picked it up at the bins. It sold for $15, and I'll make $9. Next, I sold some 7 For All Mankind Dojo jeans. Dojo is, in my opinion, the most popular style of 7 For All Mankind jeans you can find. They're high rise and they're a flare, and people really like the fit of them. Also, I feel like they're made a little bit on the longer side, so people with long legs like them. These particular Dojos were size 24. They were also hemmed, so I think those two things were working against me. They took forever to sell, but they did sell for $19, and I'll make $12. Then I sold this Patagonia sweater. It sold for $15, and I'll make $9. Jack and I actually picked this up in our neighborhood at a yard sale for like 50 cents last summer, so I'll take that all day long. Next, this really cute Athleta windbreaker sold. It sold to a subscriber on YouTube, Miss Anne Marie. Thank you so much for popping into my closet. I so appreciate it. It sold for $25, and I'll make $17. Then I sold this really nice vintage Oxblood Coach bag. This is a true vintage Coach. I believe it was made in USA. It sold for $80, and I'll make $61, which was half off what I was asking. So that person got a great deal. Then I sold this little Brighton like clutch bag. It sold for $10, and I'll make $7. Next, a vintage Oshkosh pair of overalls sold. They had a train pattern all over them, and if you don't know, certain Oshkosh overalls, baby size, toddler size, can go for so much money. I'm talking hundreds of dollars. Certain patterns, certain prints, certain styles, all of the above. If you find vintage made in USA Oshkosh overalls, go ahead and give them a Google, especially if they have like some sort of pattern on them or print. I don't know if I said already, they sold for $15, and I'll make $9. Clearly they were not one of the unicorn patterns or prints, but I still pick them up at the bins. The men's Lululemon ABC pants. These pants sell well because you can wear them to the gym or you can wear them to work. They sold for $40, and I'll make $32. Then I sold some little Janie and Jack shorts. I absolutely love picking up Janie and Jack at the bins. If it has no flaws, if it's not like all stained up, I pick it up every time I find it. People love this brand, and it is so expensive. So expensive. These little shorts sold for $12, and I'll make $6. Then I sold that Jenny Kane sweater from one of my haul videos. The one I told you that even though it was pretty worn on the fabric and there was a hole in the back, I'll pick up Jenny Kane in any condition. That sweater sold for $45, and I'll make $36. Then I sold this fun vintage Betsy Adams like snake print dress. I've been loving buying vintage 90s maxi like slip dresses lately. Not that they're like flying out of my closet, however, I just like picking them up. And this one sold for $22, and I'll make $14. Sold an Elaine Fisher like shacket, like a sweater jacket. It sold for $36, and I'll make $28. A Polo Ralph Lauren hoodie. I was surprised this one didn't go for a little bit more than that, but it sold for $24, and I'll make $19. I just really like the colors of this one, and that's why I thought it would sell for a little bit more. And the size was good. This was fun. This is a Chicken Creek wooden door topper. It sold for my full asking price of $45 and I'll make $36. This was just like a hard goods item and I just thought it was cute. Nothing was wrong with it. It weighed next to nothing and it was kind of small-ish. It's literally just like a carved wooden piece that goes above like the frame of your door. I don't know, it was cute. Then I sold a Juicy Couture hoodie. This is a pink velour hoodie. It sold for $24 and I'll make $17. I sold an All Saints crew neck and the buyer actually reached out to me and said, I'm so sorry, I haven't been on this app in a few days. I missed your last offer. Would you be willing to honor it? And they were speaking about my 65% off Black Friday offer. And of course I honored it. It was just a few days later. So that All Saints crew neck sold for $16 and I'll make $12. Next, I sold a bundle, and this bundle also went to a subscriber. So thank you so much. It means so much to me. I so appreciate you watching, you subscribing, you making a purchase from me. It just makes my day. So this bundle was a really cute pair of vintage Lee pants, vintage floral pants, which I had not inventoried in my inventory system, and I literally had to dig through almost all of my inventory to find these pants, but I'm so glad I found them. PVC like corset dress and a super cute Rising International skirt. This bundle sold for $85 and I'll make $68. Again, thank you so much. Sold a vintage cape. This is a CS Simone wool cape that had like some mink details on it, some little like tassels that were mink fur. The cape sold for $63 and I'll make $47. Then I sold that Paisley Lauren Ralph Lauren skirt that was in one of my previous hauls. It actually had been altered and I didn't see that until I got home from the bins, but still somebody purchased it for $20 and I'll make $16. Then this wrap vest sold. This was also in a haul video. I think my last haul video, it sold for $32 and I'll make $23, which is a little bit surprising because I feel like I pick up these vests because I think they're so cute, and if I think it's cute, I feel like someone else out there on the interweb will feel like it's cute, but they don't sell that quickly. But this one sold like within the week, so maybe I'm doing something right. Then these Sorel boots sold. I believe these were also in a haul. These were new without tags or box, and they were a great size. They were a size 11. These sold for $110. Oh, I'm sorry. These sold for $101 and I'll make $78. Then I sold this cool hat. This is kind of interesting that somebody made me an offer of $4 for this cool hat on Black Friday, and I countered them. I didn't just decline it, I countered them, and I think I countered them at like 12 or 10, you know, something so I'd make a little bit, it would be worth my time to go dig it out of the inventory. They didn't buy it, but someone else purchased it for full price of $21 and I'll make $14. One of my husband's Patagonia snap tees, it sold for $52 and I'll make $39. I sold these Ether apparel pants. These were a brand that I've never found before. They were just like a black like workwear pant, and they sold for $38 and I'll make $30. This was a fun find. This vintage Guess suede like 90s or Y2K, I'm not exactly sure, oxblood jacket. I found this at the bins. I also thought this would sell for a little bit more, but it made it through my Black Friday sale. And then last night I was like, you know what, let me just cut the price. I dropped the price by $30 and someone bought it. Someone bought it for $42 and I'll make $30. This is another one of those vintage slip dresses that I was talking about, the maxi like prom dresses. This is a vintage Y2K maxi dress and it sold for $56 and I'll make $42. And last but not least, I sold these North Face ski pants. They are a women's medium, I believe. They sold for $50 and I'll make $40. Again, I am so sorry. I forgot to tabulate my totals for the week, but I will pop them here on the screen for anybody who's interested. If you watched this video, I so appreciate it. How were your sales for the week? Were they okay? Were they extra good? Was everybody that was shopping your closet or your items in an extra buying mood because of Cyber Week? Or do you think they were moderate or were they not so good? I feel like for me, my sales were okay. I feel like last week was a good week, and this week it was not a struggle, but just put it this way, I'm so grateful for every sale that came in, and I appreciate anyone who watched this video. If you took the time out of your day, it means so much to me. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting the like button on your way out, that would be awesome. See you next time, friends. Bye.